Let's go.
Hey, what's up guys? What's going on? It is me, the Ninja Reviewer. Welcome to my review of Fairy Tail episode 251 review. Now, this episode, there's gonna be a lot of unanswered questions in this actual episode. Well, not really unanswered, but we got most of the answers. But people are like confused as hell, like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like, Silver is Gray's what? That's right. It turns out that Silver is Gray's father. Now, it's pretty much obvious that everyone obviously would have figured this out by now. I'm pretty sure most of the anime viewers who don't even read the manga probably already knew that this was already taking place. That they already knew that Silver was pretty much somehow related to Gray. So it wasn't really the most intense shocker, but they kind of thought like maybe Silver was like his brother or some kind of relative that was related to Gray. And won't you know it, it's actually Gray's father. So yeah, so a lot of people were a bit confused, but some people already speculated that anyways that they were somehow related. So it doesn't really matter, because most anime viewers only who don't read the manga, I'm pretty sure would have figured that out like by now. But anyways, oh my god, yo, this episode was actually was actually pretty good for the most part. But we get the big important thing, story progression wise, biggest important things I think we got to review of Silver. But then let's just get on to the beginning stuff first. Well, the face stuff we already we already knew all that like last week about Face, that there's a whole bunch of thousands of them, and only one was destroyed by Wendy, and she has to destroy the rest of the faces in order to actually stop for activating completely. Even though doing it by herself would be a big task, she's still willing to try. So we get the battles somewhat started. So the battles are pretty much starting. Pretty much, they're most of the fights, the set of fights, are now finally little by little beginning. Like we see the Twin Dragon Slayers, Rogue and Sting going up against. Wow, really? How did I forget his freaking name? What the hell? Margear. Wow. Yeah, I'm like out of loop because I'll review this series like once a week. So yeah, so forgive me for that little brain derp. So the Twin Dragon Slayers, Rogue and Sting, fight off against Margear, and they're not doing as much damage because obviously it's fucking Rogue and Sting, for God's sakes. They're not the most like insane powerful like Dragon Slayers ever, because come on, they lost to Natsu and Gagio, for God's sakes. You really think they're gonna stand a chance against this magnificent, dark, cursed, mastered wizard, even from the Book of Zeref? Are you shitting me? Those two can't even touch him or do anything. Those two can't even probably touch Zeref, even if they try. One little finger flick, bitch, they dead. So they're pretty much just gone and out after that. So we see Sting and Rogue, and they're battling against Margear, and their attacks aren't doing shit to him, because it's like, what, really? Really, dog? Really? This is like your best magic you got? Like, really? Pimp smack, like, both of those two. Like, get those two fucking crusties out of here. Like, honestly, those guys have just lost all the hype that it is. I mean, it was a hype entrance, don't get me wrong, but it actually came about, like, to save Urza. Which, I mean, not save Urza, but just, also Minerva as well. That was pretty cool entrance, but it's Sting and Rogue of all people. So, what do you expect? It's Sting and freaking Rogue. They're not the most, like, powerful Dragon Slayers. They're not on that top tier shit like Gagio and fucking Natsu. So, of course, get Margear, get the fuck out of here. Like, why? So, we got that battle, started off, which is pretty cool. I like these little, like, fast movements they do, like, on some, like, Dragon Ball Z shit. But other than that, it's just, it's fucking Sting and Rogue. So, it's like, whatever. I mean, the animation, for the most part, was actually pretty damn good. Pretty smooth, pretty clean, pretty fresh for the most part. So we got that beginning part out of the way. We finally get to some other stuff too in between the episode. We also get like Juvia's fight pretty much starts off against Keys, and he's using some kind of like curse, some kind of like in like some kind of like gas or something like that, or some kind of death. It's like a hint of death. It's some kind of like death thing going on, and Juvia can even sense it. And then he was pretty much talking about like everybody has their own tale, everybody has their own story, and when it comes to this particular boy, which is known as Gray, his tale is about to come to an end, meeting this man today, aka meaning Silver, his own father. So pretty much he's talking that Juvia doesn't, believe it, him talking smack about all this shit about him and blah, blah, blah. So of course Juvia is going to fight for his honor. Then we have Gagio versus Zalgar, I believe his name is. I know I'm butchering his name. I don't remember. The fucking dude that looks like one of the cooler fishmen karate dudes from One Piece. Yeah, that guy. So Gagio has that fight going on. And that fight overall is actually pretty good. By the way, I'm getting this review out a bit earlier because, that way I don't want to stress myself out with all these reviews. I just want to get them out because there's a lot of things for me to review this week. I got this to review. MLP, the new episode comes out tomorrow. Oh, don't even get me started about next week because we got two things MLP related. We got the episode and the freaking Equestria Girls Friendship Games coming up next week. Oh boy. So there's a lot of things I got to take in. It's going to be pretty busy for reviews because I got that hour or an hour and 20 long special Friendship Games. So that's over like an hour and 20 minutes long already. Ugh. Then the new episodes, that's another 30 minutes. So it's like an hour and 40, 50 minutes. I'm watching ponies for that long. So brace yourself. I mean, I like the franchise. I really love the franchise. I'm just saying, that's why I'm getting these reviews and I'm kind of even though that's next Saturday, because I got MLP tomorrow. I'm also going to be, I don't review the One Piece anime, but I still watch it anyway. MLP is tomorrow, which I'm going to be doing. And then Sunday, I got Dragon Ball Super. And also because all of the next week, I'm working the full week. So I just want to get these reviews out so I don't have to stress myself too much. So just to wrap things up. So anyways, just a little sign out there. Just saying. So anyways, we move on and we get that fight going on with Gagio. That fight's going to be pretty promising. Don't worry. Keep your eye for that fight because it is going to be some pretty crazy shit when we get to it. Meanwhile, we do get a scene when it comes to, whatchamacallit. But one last thing before we get to the main meat, the main premise of this episode. We have another scene where we see Frog and Lecter leading Minerva and Urza to the tower to find the control room of the actual laboratory where they keep Hell's core and stuff like that. But Minerva kind of forgets where it is because the whole place is turned upside down. And we also see that Happy and Panda Lily, they're there. They finally meet them up. And what's his face? Minerva actually senses Happy's little mushroom thing popping up, and we already know that's Fremont pretty much just popped out of Happy's head, and we see that she just fucking casually rips that shit off, and that shit was pretty damn funny. I'm not gonna lie. Happy's just freaking the fuck out, and we just see Minerva just pull it out oh, this was nothing, and Happy's what the hell? And then it's I knew something was off about it, and then you see the eye movement. It's yep, it's Fremont, and she pretty much figured that there was some shit going on between him to actually control Happy from escaping from after the lab exploding. So then finally now we can get to the main meat. So those parts out of the way, we get to the main meat, the main grind of everything. The big reveal of Silver. Silver not only mentions that he's his father, but not really his father. Keep this in mind. Not really his father. His real identity. It just gets even better, even more shocking. The big reveal of Silver is not even just Gray's father. The real identity is Deliora. Deliora the demon that old Tyr sealed up 10 years ago and actually sacrificed her own self to save the two pupils she loved so much. And because of that, we see Gray. He is freaking the fuck out. He doesn't believe any of this shit. He's blowing all of his attacks. Silver just brushes that off. He shows him his aura, and he's you know what? If you don't believe me, I'm gonna show you and transform into that same murderer that was 10 years ago. the same murderer that slaughtered your entire family. And Gray is fucking shook up about this. Gray is shook up. He is ready to go. And that's pretty much this whole episode of Fairy Tail. Overall, when it comes to the overall pacing of the episode, there were some pretty cool moments like with the fights and stuff, but I wouldn't say it's on top tier great level. Overall, it's a really good episode, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like a lot of things actually happen because the fights haven't really progressed as much yet and they haven't started. But there is hype for next week, though. I'm not gonna lie. So the big reveal is there that Deliara is the real identity of Silver. So that's pretty much it for this episode. Overall, I would say it was a pretty good episode. It wasn't like the last couple episodes. Like, the episodes we've been having from here on out have been like on 5 out of 5 level. Maybe just once, like a 4.5. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm going to give this episode like a 4 out of 5. Just a 4 out of 5. And the reason why is because I felt like the battles were a bit stretched out too long and they didn't really, in my personal opinion, they didn't really progress as much in this episode. However, the big reveal does make it a pretty solid, good plus episode. So we got this really huge reveal of Deliara. Next week, though. Yeah, let's go! Gray versus Silver. This fight is going to be legendary, man. I am fucking telling you right now. This fight is going to be crazy as shit, man. It's feel central. It's epic central. Just like the last couple episodes we had with the Celestial Spirit King coming back with that fucking epic shit. So, yeah, it's going to be just as epic as that. So, a 4 out of 5 is my final score of the episode. Overall, just a good episode overall. Not the craziest best episode, but the big reveal does reveal it to be at least on a good level, at least to me. The pacing for the episode could have been a bit better because to me, to be honest with you, it felt like not too much really happened. At least to me it didn't, except just for the big reveal. But other than that, I just felt like the battles are still so much a start. Sting and Rogue, get them the fuck out of here. Seriously, those guys suck, honestly. And of course they're going to get wrecked. It's fucking Margear. You guys couldn't even defeat fucking goddamn Kazuo and Natsu. You can't defeat fucking Margear. Top tier shit level wizard. Get the fuck out of here with these crusty assholes. Get them out of here. So 4 out of 5 episode. That's it. I'm done. Ninja Reviewer over now. Take the bounce piece out. MM Manga fans keep supporting what you're reading, what you watch, and that's pretty much it. Stay tuned next week for episode 252. Gray versus Silver. Get fucking hype, guys. The Gray hype train is coming, man. Yo, it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. So see you guys. Peace.